James had always prided himself on his patience and self-control. He loved Dakota with all his heart, the woman he had vowed to protect and cherish. Together, they had built a life filled with shared dreams, laughter, and challenges overcome. Yet, beneath the surface of their seemingly perfect marriage, something dark had begun to take root. James first noticed a change in Dakota when she started spending long hours away from home. Her excuses grew increasingly elaborate, but the gnawing doubt in his mind refused to be ignored. One evening, while she claimed to be out with friends, James stumbled upon a string of messages on her phone that confirmed his deepest fears. Dakota was having an affair. Anger surged through him, but he did not confront her immediately. Instead, he began to plan. If Dakota believed she could betray him without consequence, she was gravely mistaken. Her betrayal would not go unanswered. Over the following months, James played his role flawlessly. He showered her with affection, pretended to be the devoted husband she no longer deserved, and even organized a special anniversary getaway. Dakota, oblivious to the storm gathering behind his calm exterior, thought she had everything under control. As their anniversary approached, James revealed a surprise, a luxurious trip to an exotic island. Dakota was thrilled, convinced this was their chance to rekindle their romance. She had no idea it was the start of her undoing. On the day of departure, they boarded a private jet. Dakota, sipping champagne, relaxed as the plane ascended. Mid-flight, James handed her a neatly wrapped box. "A special gift for you, my love," he said with a serene smile. Excited, Dakota tore open the wrapping. Inside were legal documents. Confused, she began to read, her smile fading with each page. Divorce papers, already signed. Her assets had been transferred to James's name, leaving her with nothing. The reality hit her hard. James had orchestrated this long before the trip even began. But that was only the beginning. James leaned in, his voice cold but calm. "By the time we land, everyone you know will know about your affair. Family, friends, colleagues. I've sent them all a gift, just like this one." Horror washed over Dakota as the magnitude of his actions sank in. James had collected irrefutable evidence and shared it with everyone in her life. Her reputation, carefully built over years, would be destroyed. The life she had once taken for granted was crumbling before her eyes, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. As the jet touched down on a remote island, James rose and grabbed his bag. He looked back once at the terror-stricken woman. "Enjoy your stay," he said coldly, then walked away. A second plane waited to take him back to the life he had meticulously planned. Without her, Dakota was left alone, stranded with no money, no support, and a shattered reputation. Desperation set in as she tried to contact anyone for help. But the island was completely isolated. She was truly alone, forced to face the consequences of her choices. Meanwhile, James returned to his life with a sense of liberation. The woman who had betrayed him was gone, and he was free to move forward. He never looked back, secure in the knowledge that Dakota would never forget the lesson he had taught her. In the end, James found peace not just in surviving her betrayal, but in knowing he had exacted justice as he saw fit. Dakota, on the other hand, would spend the rest of her life haunted by the moment she chose to betray the one man who had truly loved her.